So you guys know all the Giga Chat phase? I'm going to try it. 3, 2.
Does your life seem hollow, empty, or void of purpose? Well, you're not alone. It seems as though this is the common experience for countless millions of people. And you can point to a lot of things for this, but I believe there is just one thing overall that is kind of just fucking us. Technological advancement for the sake of convenience, the watering down of life. But isn't convenience a good thing? Well, yes and no. Almost everything in life has a sacrifice, especially convenience. For example, food. You can pay for fast food in a couple of minutes and get it, but the quality of it will be far less from if you were to make the food yourself. And we all kind of know this, right? That the quality of things goes down when we don't do it ourselves or when we have to pay for it. But there is something more than just quality about doing something the hard way and delaying gratification to accept challenge. It's something that's hard to articulate, but it just feels better in the long run. You kind of feel more complete in a way. I think this convenience, this watering down of life, is leading us down a bad path, and I think we all know this. I mean, we're like the most depressed and anxious generation when we have the least to worry about in some sense. And this shit starts young. I mean, we have children at the age of 4 having phones or iPads, watching hyperstimulant brain rot YouTube kids content. Then when they get older and have friends in school, they want to connect with them online. Well, we have social media, not knowing that it will soon be their new addiction, spending hours per day endlessly scrolling. And because the internet is fucked up, kids at the age of 10 can find porn. That's when I did. They grow up online, and because they've been like this their whole life, they have no idea how to talk to girls. Surely there isn't some way of talking to girls which has no risk, therefore you don't have to try, meaning you can fall back to your 4K Ultra HD VR porn. There is a cycle of sorts when going through different stages of life, realizing that you don't have to learn new things, and rather there's a digitalized version of that. Lonely and want to socialize? Well, you can go on social media. Surely that's gonna work. Bored? You can just go watch brain rot content. Horny? You can whack the worm to fake taxi, or you can try your luck on Tinder. You never have to leave your comfort zone when you can do all of this from your phone or computer. Then when people grow up and start having to be an adult, they don't know how. They've got intense social anxiety. You can't even leave the house. But wait, you don't have to try sort that out. You can do online shopping. You don't even have to leave the house anymore. And people were realizing this a long time ago. I was reading a book by Alan Watts, which was published in the 50s. And he was talking about overstimulation from magazines or radios and TV. And this was 70 years ago. And as he predicted, things are just going to get worse and worse, and it's a vicious cycle of needing more and more stimulus. And I can imagine long ago people feeling the same about, bread. They probably thought this factory made bread is a million times worse than making it at home. And knowing that convenience is taking away the challenge in life and the long, more difficult way, and also making you not need to learn more skills, overall watering down life. Or some people may argue, who cares? And sure, you can live your life in this hyperstimulant world, but I think humans will be overall more happy if we didn't live like this. I mean, I imagine most humans were 100,000% more fulfilled when we lived in little villages and all had an actual role to play and did something important. And I think there's 2 reasons why this is quite bad. And one is it takes away the novel moments of life. And what does this mean? It means it's that moment when you turn the last page on a book and you finish it. It's when you go to the cinema to watch Japanese schoolgirl delivery service instead of downloading it at home on a sketchy website. And these little novel moments are everywhere. But most people don't experience these because they're inside, online. It could be just being in a social place and meeting someone new. It's things where when they're turned to a more convenient version, the life inside of them, that spark, is not there. The other reason is people have less purpose, and in turn we're having a weaker society. As I said before, our depression and anxiety are at its highest probably ever, when our basic survival needs are met fully for most people. Because you're not born into a hard time where you have to learn what you need to do to provide for your family or provide for your tribe or village. You never develop some sense of purpose. You're kind of just floating through space. We are probably the least purposeful generation ever, and in turn we are weakening our society. The Western society is probably the weakest society of all time. Our testosterone levels are at an all-time low. There is weird freak show TikTok people that, because they have no purpose in life and they've got nothing better to do, they turn to the extreme just to get attention online. Or, I don't know, they've got some undeveloped personality where they
Oh my god, bro. Oh, hell no, man. What the fuck, man? Get your ass on, boy. You get your goddamn.
My guess is that we also have the highest amount of mental illnesses ever, and not just depression and anxiety. People live too easy lives, and Western civilization is crumbling. It wouldn't surprise me if we are in the midst of the good times and we are creating mass amounts of weak people as the cycle goes. Good times create weak men, and weak men create hard times, and that's on the verge of happening. And I'm not going to blame this all on iPads and internet, but I think it is a big contributor. So how do we fix this? Can we? And I have no clue. Maybe not. I feel like there are more people realizing this and getting their shit together, but also I think there's equally amount, if not more people, turning to... So who knows, maybe we do have to get conquered by China and Russia in a war, and then in a couple hundred years we'll come back. I'm not here to give a solution, I just wanted to speak my mind on this. Maybe people will call me bad for that, I don't know. Yeah, thanks for watching, guys. I don't know, comment, tell me what you agree or disagree with. I am very young, I'm still trying to figure out what I believe and what I don't. So who knows, maybe in a week I'm a completely different person and I'm all for the liberalization of TikTok and YouTube Shorts. I don't know. Thanks for watching, guys.